The Dark Secrets of Okunoshima, Japan's Rabbit Island and the Ghosts of a Forgotten War. When most people hear the name
There is no way
Okunoshima,
out of
they
this
think of
place.
adorable rabbits. Thousands of fluffy rabbits roam freely across this small island in Japan's inland sea. Tourists arrive every day carrying bags of vegetables and cameras, eager to take photos with the friendly animals. Social media is filled with cheerful images of rabbits hopping across beaches and abandoned buildings. But beneath the island's peaceful appearance lies a far darker history. Many visitors do not realize that Okunoshima was once one of the most secret military locations in Japan. During the years leading up to World War II, the island became a center for the production of deadly chemical weapons. The government attempted to erase its existence from maps. Workers lived under strict secrecy. Dangerous gases filled hidden factories. Numerous accidents occurred, and many laborers suffered horrific illnesses. Today, the ruins of those facilities remain scattered across the island. And according to local legends, some of the people who suffered there never truly left. This is the true history, and the terrifying ghost stories, of Japan's Rabbit Island. An island hidden from the world. Okunoshima is a small island located in the Seto Inland Sea of Japan. For centuries it was largely unremarkable. Fishermen passed by its shores, and only a small number of people lived there. The island was quiet, isolated, and largely forgotten. Everything changed during the 1920s. Following World War I, nations around the world recognized the horrifying effectiveness of chemical weapons. Poison gas had killed and injured countless soldiers in Europe. Although international agreements sought to restrict chemical warfare, many countries secretly continued research and production. Japan was among them. Military officials selected Okunoshima because of its remote location. The island was far enough from major cities to keep activities hidden, yet close enough to transportation routes to move supplies. Soon construction began. Factories, laboratories, storage facilities, power stations, and military installations appeared across the island. The operation was so secret that in some maps, Okunoshima disappeared entirely. To outsiders, the island practically did not exist. The poison gas factories. By the late 1920s and 1930s, Okunoshima had become one of Japan's major chemical weapons production centers. Workers manufactured various toxic agents, including mustard gas and tear gas. The factories operated day and night. Employees were instructed never to discuss their work with family members. Even many workers did not fully understand the scale of the operations. Protective equipment was often inadequate. Chemical leaks were not uncommon. Many workers reported burns, respiratory problems, eye injuries, and chronic illnesses. Some workers developed severe health conditions years later. Because of military secrecy, numerous incidents remain undocumented or hidden from the public. The island became a place where dangerous work and silence existed side by side. People came to earn a living but often carried invisible scars long after leaving. The war ends, but the suffering continues. When World War II ended in 1945, the Japanese military attempted to destroy evidence of many operations. Large amounts of equipment were dismantled. Documents disappeared. Facilities were abandoned. Chemical stockpiles were destroyed or removed. However, the human consequences could not be erased so easily. Former workers began suffering from long-term illnesses associated with chemical exposure. Some struggled with respiratory diseases. Others developed cancers and chronic health problems. For decades, many survivors sought recognition for what they had endured. The island that once produced weapons had become a place filled with painful memories. Yet despite everything, nature slowly reclaimed the land. Trees grew through cracked concrete. Vines covered factory walls. The sounds of machinery vanished. Silence returned. The first ghost stories. Not long after the war, fishermen began sharing strange stories. Some claimed that lights appeared inside abandoned buildings long after electricity had been disconnected. Others reported hearing metallic noises echoing from empty structures. A few said they heard coughing. Not ordinary coughing. The deep, painful coughing of a person struggling to breathe. Whenever they investigated, nobody was there. The stories spread throughout nearby coastal communities. Many dismissed them as imagination. Others were not so sure. After all, countless workers had suffered on the island. Perhaps some memories had become trapped among the ruins. The crying voice in the fog. One of the most famous legends concerns a voice heard near the old factory ruins. According to local accounts, visitors occasionally hear what sounds like a distant cry during foggy evenings. The voice is often described as weak and sorrowful. Some witnesses believe it sounds like a man calling for help. Others insist it resembles a woman searching for someone. What makes the reports unusual is that the voice often seems to move. People follow it through the ruins only to find themselves completely alone. The crying fades into the wind. And then silence returns. Shadows in the poison gas museum area. Today, part of Okunoshima's history is preserved at the Poison Gas Museum. The museum documents the island's role in chemical weapons production and honors those affected. However, some visitors report strange experiences nearby. Security personnel have occasionally mentioned hearing footsteps after closing hours. The sounds reportedly travel through empty corridors. Doors sometimes appear open despite having been locked. A few employees have spoken of feeling watched while working alone. No evidence of intruders is ever found. Skeptics attribute these experiences to aging buildings and active imaginations. Believers offer a different explanation. They think the spirits of former workers still linger near the place that finally revealed their story to the world. The figure in white. Perhaps the most chilling legend involves a mysterious figure dressed in white. Multiple visitors have claimed to see a person standing near abandoned structures during sunset. The figure usually appears at a distance. Witnesses often assume it is another tourist. When they look again, the person has vanished. Some reports describe a pale face. Others recall an expression of sadness. A few claim the figure appears near locations where chemical accidents supposedly occurred during the island's military era. No photographs have ever conclusively captured the apparition. Yet the stories continue. The rabbits and the spirits. The rabbits are the island's most famous residents. No one knows exactly how all of them arrived. Several theories exist. Some people believe descendants of rabbits used in scientific testing survived and multiplied. Others argue the current rabbit population originated from animals released by school children decades later. But among local ghost stories, another explanation emerged. Some residents jokingly, and sometimes seriously, say the rabbits protect the island. According to the legend, the animals serve as guardians. They bring life and warmth to a place once associated with suffering and death. Where poison once existed, living creatures now roam freely. Where factories once produced weapons, children now laugh while feeding rabbits. The rabbits transformed the island's identity. Yet some believe they also keep darker forces at bay. The night explorers. Urban explorers frequently visit Okunoshima hoping to experience something paranormal. Many arrive after hearing online stories about haunted tunnels and abandoned military buildings. Most leave without witnessing anything unusual. But a handful report unsettling experiences. Some describe sudden cold spots during warm nights. Others claim electronic devices malfunction unexpectedly. A few recount hearing footsteps matching their own pace. Whenever they stop walking, the mysterious footsteps stop as well. When they continue, the sounds return. No source is ever identified. Whether these experiences are paranormal or simply products of expectation remains a matter of debate. The legacy of Okunoshima. The true horror of Okunoshima may not be ghosts. It may be history itself. The island stands as a reminder of secrecy, war, and human suffering. Real people worked there. Real people became ill. Real families lived with the consequences for decades. The abandoned buildings are not frightening merely because of ghost stories. They are frightening because they are evidence of what once happened. Every cracked wall and rusted doorway tells part of a story that many tried to forget. Perhaps that is why visitors often feel uneasy. Not because spirits are watching, but because the past feels unusually close. Final warning. As the sun sets over Okunoshima, tourists board ferries back to the mainland. The rabbits gather quietly among the ruins. The abandoned factories cast long shadows across the island. Darkness slowly covers the old buildings. The laughter of visitors disappears. Only the wind remains. And somewhere among the crumbling structures, where poison gas was once produced in absolute secrecy, many believe the echoes of history still wander. Waiting. Remembering. And refusing to be forgotten.